Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. K from the Arcadia Public Library. Welcome to our 2021 Turkey StoryCraft video. In this video, I'm going to read you 2 Thanksgiving-related stories, and afterward, I'll show you how to put together the 2 crafts for which we've supplied materials for in our Turkey StoryCraft packets. We'll be giving away those packets all Thanksgiving week, so I hope you've picked one up. So let's go ahead and get started with our first story. First one I'd like to read is called "'Twas the Day After Thanksgiving." This is written by Mavis Smith. It's a lift the flap story, so it should be fun. And I'm reading it with permission from Simon & Schuster Publishers. "'Twas the day after Thanksgiving, and all through the house a family ate leftovers. "'Yum, yum,' said a mouse. I wonder if they know that the mouse is going to join them in eating their leftovers. They had turkey for breakfast with toast and jelly. Ooh, have you ever had turkey for breakfast? The mouse ate the crumbs and patted his belly. Well, I imagine they don't mind letting the mouse have the crumbs. For lunch, turkey burgers with pickles and chips. Delicious, cried the mouse as he licked his lips. By dinner, the family craved something new. But what was Mom cooking? It was turkey stew. Oh no, more turkey. Sometimes you get tired of having the same thing on. When Dad served a turkey dessert, the family let out a groan. But the mouse scooped it up with the turkey's wishbone. The mouse didn't mind. Back in his kitchen, the mouse made a wish for a very unusual Thanksgiving dish. A few minutes later, the front doorbell rang. "You've won a free pizza," a delivery boy sang. Ooh, that sounds yummy, huh? You see the mice? They're pulling on the wishbone. Have to make a wish. Hooray, they all cried. Something different to eat. Look at that. It's a box from Joe's Pizza. But the pizza was covered with turkey meat. Oh, they just can't get away from that turkey, huh? Let's give thanks for this food, said the mouse in a toast, and for time spent with loved ones. That's what matters the most. That's right. Did you like that story? I like that one a lot. I have another one for you. This one is called Dora's Thanksgiving, and it's adapted by Sarah Wilson, and I'm also reading this one with permission from Simon & Schuster Publishers. Hola, I'm Dora. Today is Thanksgiving. We are going to have a big meal with family and friends. Do you know who I am most thankful for? They are 2 people in my family, and they take care of me every day. Who are they? Can you guess who those people might be? I am most thankful for my mommy and poppy. Today, I am helping them get ready for our Thanksgiving dinner. I helped Mommy bake these pies. There is another person in my family who I am thankful for. She is older, and she tells me stories about my mommy when she was a little girl. Can you guess who that might be? Who would know stories about when her mommy was a little girl? Yep, it's mi abuela. Abuela teaches me about all sorts of things. I love her a lot. We are having Thanksgiving dinner at Abuela's house today. I get to carry the pies. Do you have someone special in your family that you are thankful for? Who is it? Can you think of someone? I have a very good friend that I am thankful for. He likes to go on adventures with me. He lives in a treehouse and has a long tail. Do you know who it is? I think I see him. If you're a Dora the Explorer fan, you probably know who it is, huh? It's my friend Boots. Come on, Boots. You can help me carry these pies to Abuela's house. I have another friend that I'm thankful for. I carry her everywhere. Anything I need, she has inside for me. In Spanish, I call her mochila. Do you know who it is? Can you guess? It's backpack. She can speak Spanish and English, just like me. I have a friend who always helps me find my way. He lives inside Backpack's pocket. Do you know who it is? Can you guess? It's Map. I'm thankful for Map. Anywhere I need to go, Map helps me get there. Do you have a friend that you are thankful for? Who is your friend? Can you think of someone? Wait, I think I hear Swiper the fox. He will try to swipe our pies. Do you see Swiper? Can you see Swiper? Did you find him? Yes, he's being sneaky, huh? If you see him, you have to say, Swiper, no swiping. Can you tell Swiper no swiping? That's right. We did it. That's Swiper. He's always trying to swipe our stuff. See, there he goes. He's going, darn. I am really thankful that we stopped Swiper. Hey, look, all my friends and family are here. It's almost time for Thanksgiving dinner. Before we begin eating our Thanksgiving meal, everyone talks about what they're thankful for. I'm thankful for so many things. My family and friends, the sun and the moon, flowers and adventures, and oh, I just thought of one more friend who I'm very, very thankful for. I'll give you a hint. This person always helps me. This person comes on adventures with me. And this person is looking at this book right now. Do you know who it is? That's right. It's you. Gracias for being my friend, and happy Thanksgiving. I hope you liked those stories. I did. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to put together your two crafts. Okay, let's get started with our crafts. The first craft I'm going to show you how to put together is this turkey. And after that, I'll show you how to do this one. Inside your craft packet, you should have all the supplies necessary for both of them. So let me show you what you need to do. I'd like to start by showing you how to put together this turkey craft. So for this craft, you're going to take out of your craft packet these things. Your large yellow piece of paper, the red and orange papers, this little outline of the feet, the two different sized brown papers, your two googly eyes, if you'd like to use them for this craft. You don't have to. You could use your googly eyes for the other craft. And your patterns. Start by cutting out your patterns. So you're going to have one large yellow, one large star for the yellow. The medium star is going to be for the red, and the smallest star is going to be for the orange. And then this shape here is going to be for your beak. So you need to start by cutting those all out. Okay. So I have actually pre-cut mine. So I'll show you what they look like afterward. Okay, so now I have my yellow star. It's going to be situated on my yellow paper. I have my red medium star on the red paper and my smallest orange star on the orange paper. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the extra that I have here on the yellow paper to cut out my beak. Now, if you'd like to have an orange beak, you could scooch your orange star over a little bit, and I think it'll barely fit on the orange paper. You could make your beak orange as well if you'd like. It's up to you what color you'd like it to be. So I think you could do this two ways. You could either, if you want to just hold the pattern onto the paper while you cut around the pattern, you can do that. Or if you think it might be easier, you can go ahead and just trace the pattern and get those cut out. So that's going to be your first step, to cut out your 3 stars and your beak. You're also going to want to cut out your feet. I have actually already cut out my feet. Okay, once those are cut out, you want to make your body. So as you can see, I rolled up the 2 different sizes. Now the larger one is going to be for the body, and the smaller one is going to be for the head. You want to roll those maybe out, have it overlap maybe about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Try to make it so it's straight. And you can secure this any way you like. You could try to glue it. If you glue it, you're going to have to sit and hold it for a little while. What I think I'll do, since it's a little bit faster, is I think I'll just staple it on both sides to get it to stay. So that's the larger one for my body. And I'll do the same thing for the smaller one. That's going to be for my head. Make sure it's nice and straight. Give it a couple of staples to keep it together. I think it's a good idea if you want to put your eyes on. It's a good idea to do it now before you try to put everything together. And that way it'll be done. And you might actually want to put your eyes on and then let them dry a little bit. Because if you try to secure them while the glue is still wet, they might fall off. Okay, now I have cut out all my pieces. I've cut out my yellow star and my yellow beak, my red star and my orange star using the patterns. I set the patterns aside in case I wanted to use them again sometime. I cut out the base with the feet, and here's my beak. Now I think probably we should start at this step by folding the beak. So we see how there's this straight edge here, and then it goes into a little triangle at each end. Where the straight edge goes into the triangle, I would just fold that down. Okay, and then do that the same on the other side. Okay, so that you have what looks more like a little beak and kind of a little bit of 3D effect there. And then we're going to put glue on just this part, and we're going to glue it onto our head. Okay, so let's get that glued on. Okay, so we've got our head assembled, and we have our body, and we're going to put these, the head on top of the body. But before we do that, one thing I like to do, you don't have to do this part, but I think to make the feathers look a little more feathery, it's nice to put a little texture there. So what I would do is just do a few little snips. Don't cut too far. Just every little, like, I don't know, 1/4 inch or so. You can give this a few snips like this. And just gives it just a little bit more feathery look. You can do different sizes of cuts too. You can do some long and some a little shorter, just to kind of give it some texture there. And you can also do that for your orange and your red as well. Once you've done all that, then it's time to put your feathers together. So you want to put your yellow on the bottom, and you're going to layer it with the red and then with the orange. And you can kind of put them off center, or you can just line the stars up like that. It's really up to you how you'd like to make it look. You're going to layer them like that. Okay, and glue those down. And then once you get that done, we're ready for your final assembly. Okay, as you can see, I cut little feathery things on the orange and red as well, and then I glued them together. And my head is ready because my eyes have dried and my beak is dried. And my base is ready. So we can go ahead and just glue everything together. Start by adding a little glue at the bottom here, so I can glue on the body to the feet. Might want to just press down on the inside on this for just a little while. Get it to dry a little bit, get set before you try to move on with the next part. Okay. And we're going to, this part's a little bit awkward. You want to give it some support with your finger underneath if you can. Just put some glue on so that we can connect the head to the body. Oop, running short of glue there. We're going to set that there. And again, you might need to just give it a little time, just kind of press it just for a little bit so that it gets nice and dry and set, so that you don't have your head rolling off. You don't want to have a headless turkey. And then the last step, you're going to add some glue to your feathers. And get those glued on. Let's see what I can do here. I want to try not to put it too low because in the end, you want to have your turkey be able to stand up. Okay? And if it turns out that it is a little wobbly, you can always trim off a little bit back here at the back and put a little more glue until it's all set and dried and stable and ready to go. And that's our first craft. Okay, the second craft we're going to do is also a turkey, and it looks like this. This is a sample. So you should be using all the rest of the supplies that you found in your bag. You should have the wattle and the beak and the 2 feet. You should also have 2 feathers. This white strip of paper is for you to cut out some circles for eyes. If you can use this, or if you'd like to just use a crayon or marker and draw the eyes on, you can do that as well. Or if you prefer to use this circle or this white paper to make your eyes on the other craft and use your googly eyes for this one, you can do that as well. And then you should have some crepe paper that we're going to use for the feathers. Okay. The first thing you might want to do is trim your bag. The bag is fairly long, and it will make kind of a long turkey. So what I've done with mine is I cut off about this much. Okay, so I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 or 4 inches. You don't have to do this, but it makes it a little bit easier if you want to use your turkey as a puppet, because, you know, most people don't need that much, you know, going down their arm that far, so it just makes it a little bit easier if it's shorter. So that's what I'm going to start by just cutting off about that much. I think I'm going to measure with my sample here. And it doesn't have to be exact, it can just be an approximate. I'm just going to trim that right across and throw this part away. Okay, then you're going to need to cut out your feet and your beak and your wattle. And I have actually pre-cut some of those, so I have those ready to go. There's my feet, beak and wattle. You should have 6 strips of crepe paper. I think yours are going to be a little bit longer than mine. You can arrange them any way you like, of course, but I like to arrange them, you know, white, yellow, red, so they're looks like they're colorful. And when you put your feathers on, you want to put them over the part of the bottom of the bag. You're going to glue those onto the back here. Okay, so space them out nicely so that it looks nice and feathery. I'm just going to set this up and then we can do our gluing. Okay, kind of figure out where you want them. And then you're going to be gluing on your feet. You can see on the sample that they got glued underneath the front layer. Okay, so these are going to be glued here, just underneath, right there and there. Your beak, you want to just glue right on the end. Be sure not to glue it down to this part, because you want to be able to use, again, you want to be able to use this as a puppet, so just glue it on this one surface right here. And the wattle, you can see in my sample that I just glued it underneath. So this is going to be glued about right there. And then, as I said, you can either draw on the eyes, or what I would do is just fold this over so that I could cut 2 circles at the same time so that they're going to be the same size. And start by making a fairly large circle, because you can always cut it smaller, but you can't make it bigger once you've cut it, right? And then just kind of test it to see if that's going to be the right size. Yeah, that looks about the right size. And then I'm probably going to want to fill in my eyes. I think I'll give this turkey brown eyes. And if you want to, you could give it some eyelashes. And if you want to, like I've done here, kind of decorate a little bit, make it look a little bit more feathery with your crayons and your beak, you know, do some decorating, whatever you like. Then you're going to glue all those pieces in place. Finally, add your 2 feathers. You're going to glue those on wherever you like. And you're finished with your turkey craft. That's all for today. Thanks for watching our video. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.